Welcome back to Bucket Drop. I looked up who I was going to teach Headbutt to, and I actually changed my mind. I had planned on teaching it to Hitmonchan, but I'm not going to get him for a long time. So I might as well just get it here. And I'm going to teach it to Flareon, who can make some good use of it. I forgot that Electabuzz has Dizzy Punch. So I planned on giving Strength to my Electabuzz, but I'll just keep Dizzy Punch on it. I'll put Headbutt on the Flareon, which I was gonna teach it Hyper Beam, but I still might, but... Oh, I forgot that it's a TM, damn it. I was thinking of the remake where you come here and he'll just teach it to anyone. Did I put... No, there it is. There we go. Yes, and then I'll teach Strength to Hitmonchan, so... So that's the way I've reconfigured. Okay, we can get rid of Tackle now. I'm gonna keep Shadow Ball and Quick Attack. No, I'm not gonna keep Quick Attack. I'm gonna keep Shadow Ball on it, and then whenever it learns Flamethrower, which is somewhere in the 50s, so not for a long time. And I'll teach it I think Iron Tail. Yeah, we're good at where we're at. Alright, now let's go get a little experience for Sparky. I don't know why I didn't just surf. Oh, right, I had to go around anyway. There's a couple trainers over here who will give me, I don't know, a useless item. But it's good experience, they're all water trainers. And we'll get Sparky a little experience. So let's see. Doing the Rattata butt wiggle. Let's see, what else has been going on lately? Oh yeah, I've been watching Dragon Ball. I'm reliving a childhood that I didn't have. I'm getting nostalgic now for a show that I didn't watch. I've seen a couple episodes, like, everyone saw a few of them when they were a kid on either Toonami or Cartoon Network, the original. But, I never watched it. My brother was into it, he liked it, he watched all those, like, classic... like, animes that people watched when they were a kid, like... what can I get rid of here for this? Oh, right, I can just give someone an item. Why not? He watched, like, Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z. We both watched Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, but those never felt like anime to me. They were, like, just like a Saturday morning cartoon, which really, like, that's what Dragon Ball has been, it's felt like. I've been watching it in English, which I generally don't do. I watch anime with subtitles on. Because, you know, usually the dubs are not very good. And honestly, the Dragon Ball dub isn't great either. But the voices are familiar to me because I heard them when I was a kid a little bit. And the Dragon Ball sub, the Japanese, it's from the 80s, and it sounds like it. And it's just like, it feels dated. And I'm fine with the English dub. There's some characters that are bad, straight up bad. One thing I've noticed, the accents are extremely inconsistent. Like there'll be a character who there's a samurai. I think his name's Murasaki. He's funny. He's a funny character. He's like he's supposed to be this super powerful ninja, but he's actually like super incompetent. And the only way that he can do anything with Goku is by tricking him. And cheating and not playing fair. But he's supposed to have this, like... You know, like an old school, like, deeper Japanese kind of voice. Like, oh, yes, But it frequently just drifts into sounding like Latino. Like, one second he sounds like a samurai, and the next second he sounds like a... I can't come up with an example there that's not gonna sound offensive, so... And I'm not gonna do he'll just be like, oh, Goku, we gonna go do it, what we gonna do? I don't even... Oh my god, I can't do accents at all. I'm not even gonna try. Well, I did try, I'm not gonna try and come up with a real example, but they're inconsistent. And the the head of the bad guys that they're dealing with right now is this like little Scottish dude who was not Scottish at first, and then he just suddenly was Scottish. There'll be like a village where some people are dressed like Native Americans and have like that old school kind of racist Native American accent. But then I knew that was going to happen. But then the rest of the village like just doesn't sound like that. Like there was an Old West sheriff. There was like a German guy. It's like a very big mashup that doesn't really make sense. Which, it's something I've noted, like, Dragon Ball, if you don't know, here's a little history. Dragon Ball was created by Akira Toriyama. And he also did the art for a lot of popular video games from back in the day. He does Dragon Quest, he did Chrono Trigger. I love both of those. Chrono Trigger was a masterpiece. Dragon Quest, some of the Dragon Quest games are some of my favorite games. I'll probably play those at some point too. And when you look at the characters, you can tell that it's the same artist. He also did a couple other things. He did I think Blue Dragon, which I didn't play that. It sounded interesting, and I might play it at some point, but I feel like he did more, but that's all I could think of off the top of my head. Well, he did another manga called Dr. Slump, but Dragon Ball is his main thing, really. And there's a lot of characters, like the creepy alien kind of guys, and I'll look at them and be like, that is just straight up a Dragon Quest monster, which Dragon Ball did come first, so it's more like he reused it, but like in one cat, there's a pig named Oolong. Most of the characters on the show have puns for names, so like it's all food or clothing. Like Bulma, her last name is Briefs. Her son's name is Trunks. I don't know. There's like Goku is a type of radish, I think. Vegeta just means vegetable. Gohan, I think, is tea or something. Goten, I don't know if that's anything. That's just a stupid name. And their daughter's name is Pan, which is just how you say bread in some languages. Well, in Spanish, I don't know if it's other ones. But the pig Oolong can transform, and at one point he turns into this giant like knight-looking thing, like Knight, and it just straight looks like the knights from Dragon Quest. And some of the bad guys, like, I haven't made it this far yet because this is Dragon Ball Z talking, which is quite a ways away. I'm gonna watch Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z. There's a bad guy named either Bibbidi or Bobbidi, and yes, there's also Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. I forget which one it is, but Swift. No, I don't need Swift. It looks exactly like a monster from Dragon Quest. I think it's Maraudrous. I don't know. One of those. And, I forgot that my items are still full. What can I give to someone? Well, I'll just give it and then take it back. The first bad guy you see in Dragon Ball is named Emperor Pilaf. Yes, Rice Pilaf. And his subordinates are named Shu and Mai. Shu Mai, yep. But, it looks exactly like the little blue goblins from Chrono Trigger. So it's kind of like a little Easter egg for me, playing those games and then coming back and watching Dragon Ball, being like, oh, hey, look, it's a blue imp. Oh, no, that's actually an important named character. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's nice. I usually watch my anime subbed. I watch some dubbed. I like to have it on in the background, because when you're watching with subtitles, that's got to be your complete attention, because I can't understand Japanese, so I need to look at the screen and read. If I'm watching like Dragon Ball or something, I could have it on in the background while I'm working or playing a game or something. So I've been watching this really rapid fire. I started watching about a week ago. This will come out, but by the time this comes out, I'll probably be even further along than I am now. Well, obviously I will. But in just over a week, I've watched a third of it. There's 153 episodes, and I've watched 54 or 55, something like that. Just because I could put them on, like, while I'm working, and just have them on and listen to them. Ooh, Mystery Berry. I think that one restores pee-pee. Hey, pee-pee. Speaking of pee-pee, well, weird transition there. Goku's pee-pee is on the screen a lot. Like a lot. Like a lot. I know in the original, when they first dubbed it, they censored a lot of this. Like, I was looking up, you can look up all of the examples of censorship on the Dragon Ball wiki, and they'll usually, like, it's funny, they'll, like, edit a thong onto Goku, which I think Goku wearing a thong is a little bit weirder than him just being butt naked anyway, because he's a kid. And, like, sometimes they crudely draw flowers and use them to cover his junk. Which it's just, you know, in, like, I like watching things uncensored. And I guess I gotta look at a couple little boy penises. Whatever. That's what Dragon Ball is about. Just being free. He's a monkey man. He's got a tail. And I haven't gotten to the explanation for why he has that. I know what it is. It's because he's not human. And they make a lot of jokes. I was actually arguing with a friend about this recently, who didn't watch Dragon Ball, but did watch Dragon Ball Z. I'm going to dump off a couple items here. Actually, no, I'm just going to sell them. Oh no, I could dump off, like, the rare candies and stuff, because I'm not going to use them for a while. It was just the way he said something. He said that they retconned that Goku was an alien. And while I don't think they bring that up until Dragon Ball Z, so they don't mention it all during Dragon Ball, it doesn't feel like a retcon, because it's like they kind of open the series Dragon Ball Z up with, by the way, Goku, you're an alien, and that's why you're a freak. Because he's freakishly strong. He's basically got superpowers. And they never really explain why. I don't think they ever explain why he has a tail in Dragon Ball. I'll find out, but I haven't found out yet. But, yeah, it didn't feel like a retcon, because it kind of felt more like it's just the next part of the story. Like, I know that there's a stereotype with, like, Dragon Ball and these long-running manga that they kind of just start writing and then see where they wind up, and they could always just fix stuff later. But I feel like there was a bit more of a plan than that. Like, I don't think that Toriyama just went in blind. I mean, maybe he did. It's just the impression that I get. That's the impression that I get. It felt more thought out than that. Oh, what you got? Yes, I know the bug catching contest is today, Wade. I'm not doing it right now. But yeah, Dragon Ball's been enjoyable. The last dubbed thing that I was watching in the background was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which lives up to its title. It is weird, but in, like, the best way. It was hysterical. It was one of the funniest anime I've ever watched. And it was cool. I started watching it more recently, and the dub of the most recent part that's out was currently airing. So I actually caught up to the show in time. I watched the last... I watched about half of part 5, which was the most recent one, Golden Wind, with that killer bass line, that song that became a meme that everyone knows. And then I had to wait as the last 15 or 20 episodes were coming out. And it was nice. I was watching an Adult Swim. It gave me, if I was home on the weekend, which generally I was because no one's going out these days, I would watch Jojo at midnight on Toonami on Saturdays. It was nice. It would remind me, I haven't watched Toonami in a while because I've started watching anime on my own, but I used to watch Toonami like every Saturday with my college roommates. So that was cool, like sitting down and watching it again. And part 6, I don't think it hasn't been announced yet. I can't imagine that it's not coming. Like Jojo is huge, and I think that pretty much since this most recent iteration of it, because it originally... JoJo's is a very long series. The manga's been around at least since the 80s. And they originally made an OVA series of it, I think it was 6 or 7 episodes. And I watched some of those, and it's not as good. It's not as bizarre. And then the 2012, the current iteration of it, they basically retold that first part, and then just kept going. I think it's been pretty steady since then. They've been releasing. So I can't imagine part 6 isn't coming, and I imagine it's probably coming sooner rather than later. And when it comes out, I'm gonna have to decide, do I wait for this to get dubbed, because I've been so used to watching it dubbed? I think I could watch it subbed, because each part, like, the characters will be different. Maybe there'll be a few characters carrying over, like one of the older JoJo's. But in general, the different parts are pretty self-contained. So as long as I don't start it in one language and then switch, I should be alright. Which I thought about doing that for this part 5, because I knew I was going to be caught up before the season ended. Let's see. I guess I'm kind of getting at the point where berries aren't useful anymore, so let's do it. Let's give this cow some berries. Moo. Alright, I forgot that I need to... Moo is sick. She needs lots of berries. I have lots of berries. Do you not want them? She needs lots of berries. Oh, I guess I gotta talk to the farmer. I don't know why berries... The milk tank give me milk in the malt. This here farm's got famous milk. Most everyone wants to drink. Give me lots of milk and I feel lots of berries, I reckon. I don't get why that's the case here. Like, berries heal HP. If this thing is really sick, berries wouldn't heal it. And if berries do heal it, just bring it to the fucking Pokemon Center. What is this guy doing? This is a world-famous farm, and they A, don't have berries, and B, can't go to the Pokemon Center? Even if it was sick, just bring it to the Pokemon Center. They could fix anything. This never made sense to me. Which also... Why is this there's one cow. Why is this one the one that's famous for giving milk? Oh, I think that's it. Milk tank became totally healthy. Yeah, now its cry is normal again. Was that all my berries? Oh. It only needed 7. I thought it needed 10. Okay. We're feeding Moo Moo. We're feeding Moo Moo. Like, anyone that has a a milk tank can get milk from it. It's my pride and joy. Okay, I can't buy that. I thought... Do you give me the TM? You fixed our milk tank, hon. Now it gives Moo Moo milk again. Here's something for your trouble. Not a very useful TM. This is Snore. It's an interesting move. It was, it was an experiment. You can use it... Oh yeah, I forgot there's more cows. Moo. I think there's... See, in the remakes, you get a pretty good TM over here. I don't think there's anything... Let's check the old item finder. See if there's anything hanging around. So, what Snore does is... Oh, there is something around here. Man, this is why I like the newer... Oh, okay. That's some money that I won't be spending. Whatever. You get a TM there for Drain Punch, which is a physical fighting version of Giga Drain. So it's a pretty good move. Not a lot of Pokemon can learn it. Hitmonchan probably could learn it. If I was doing Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the Hitmonchan would be much more useful. Because its Thunder, Fire, and Electric Punch would actually be usable. As opposed to being essentially useless, as they're going to be on mine. But it probably could learn Drain Punch. I probably wouldn't teach it Drain Punch because even though it's the quote-unquote more defensive Hitmon, you get Tyrogue evolves, and then based on its stats, if its attack is higher, you'll get Hitmonlee. If its defense is higher, you get Chan. If they're the same, you get Top. So even though it's the defense one, its defenses are still off. So I don't think it would be worth it to teach it Drain Punch. It'd just be more worth it to teach it something that I can use to kill the opponent before they could even damage me. So I think it learns Close Combat in the remakes, which is an extremely good fighting move, so I would just teach it that. I forgot that this guy has a Pikachu. I was thinking about the next guy that has a Poliwhirl, but yeah, I'm high enough level, it's fine. And this is before Pokemon have abilities, so I don't have to worry about paralyzing myself. That abilities was probably the biggest change that came to Pokemon. Like, I know I was talking about how I don't love Generation 3, I love Generation 2, and I was raving about how important the changes Generation 2 made, and I did say I recognize the changes Generation 3 made. But if you're trying to think of, like, in terms of things that were added, like, Generation 2 added breeding, humongous, held items, humongous, the split of special into special attack and special defense, which I guess isn't huge, but it's become huge. It's not as big as those other things. But the biggest things that this generation added probably were breeding and eggs, and what did I just say? And held items. Oh, and shiny Pokemon. That's cool. Everybody loves shiny Pokemon. But Generation 3 added abilities and natures, which are probably the biggest changes that have happened to Pokemon at all. The Generation 4 was the one where they split physical types into physical and special, so moves could be physical or special, not based on their type, but based on the move. That was a big deal. That really changed how Pokemon worked. And then, what have they even done since then? Generation 5 didn't really add anything notable that I can think of. As much as I love Generation 5, I don't think it added anything to the core mechanics of the game like these ones did. And then 6 added fairies, that's big. Oh, let's bat, okay. 6 added fairies, and it added Mega Evolution, so that was big. But then they took away Mega Evolution, so who cares? 7 had Z moves, which suck. Those are stupid. And then now 8 has Dynamaxing, which is stupid, and Mega Evolutions were already kind of iffy, and they've just got... The new gimmick has gotten stupider every time since then, so they should have just stuck with those. I've been a little unimpressed with Pokemon since Generation 5. Generation 5 is one of my favorites, as I've said. 6 started great. I think up until the time you get to, like, the second gym, might be the best Pokemon experience I've ever had. Oh, this guy's telling me how the gym leader here is not here. And I have to go find her. Might make you a bit less weak. You mean how I've beaten you several times, you dick? Yeah. Generation 5, I think, was the last great Pokemon generation. 6 started strong and then really slowed down and got kind of boring. 7 was cool. It was interesting how they mixed everything up. There was a lot of hand-holding. They give you a lot of stuff. They tell you where to go. But it was okay. I think overall I liked it better than 6. And then 8 had a lot of cool ideas, and it was just clearly unfinished. And I was underwhelmed. And apparently they fix it with the DLC, and I just don't want to pay for it. I shouldn't have to pay, basically, almost full price to fix the game, when it should have just been fixed when it came out. But that's just me ranting, so We'll pick up where we left off next time on Bucket Drop. Peace out.